In the previous video, I kinda started this cultural exchange. Since each of us are within a culture and multiple cultures, whether they are closer or further away from our sense of being. Each of us are in a constant transition. For some, the change is faster, for some it's slower. And if you would say that you are not in transition, then I have a couple questions. Do you have hobbies? Do you find anything passionate in life? Do you have a direction for life? What do you find interesting? And if you don't have anything that comes to mind upon those questions, then it's probably time to stop for a moment and contemplate upon life. What do you truly want to do? And to exemplify this cultural change throughout our history, we can just take a step back and look how our sense about culture has changed. Just remember, each of us are studying ourselves. So do you find anything shameful about it? About the discoveries we do? Whether we talk about it or not, we are exploring all the time. So about 50 years ago, there was a young woman who was becoming a teacher. And at the same time, she applied to a modeling contest, European modeling contest, and she won that contest. And now, when she returned home, she heard that she was denied the possibility to become a teacher, because in that culture it was thought to be uncivilized to be presenting yourself as a model and at the same time to be a teacher. So it was thought to be shameful to present yourself, even though this particular person was really sophisticated and elegant and civilized. It was still thought that it's shameful. Now, when we contrast this back to our culture, there are similar sticking points now in 2020 that are thought to be shameful. There are sticking points we think that nobody should talk about, that it's so shameful. Now, if we go 20 years from now on, then we look back to this moment and we will laugh at ourselves. Most of us are alive. We will laugh at ourselves how we were so childish that we thought that this is shameful. A woman is presenting herself as a model and getting sponsored with contracts. At the same time, she cannot become a teacher because that's uncivilized. During 2020, we got just different issues. We got social media, discrimination and bullying at school. We got problems with anxiety and depression. The levels of anxiety in 1950s that were then depression are now normal levels. We can ask ourselves, what is true transition and change? And it is simply expanded understanding. That is progression. Since, for example, a shy person doesn't become an outgoing person just like that. It doesn't happen just like that. But if a shy person is friend with an outgoing person and then they are together, that outgoing energy can transition very easily to the shy person when they are in the frequency going out together, and then they feel their vibe. But still, it takes time, it takes progression. You see? So then we can ask why transition does not just happen. Why change is so slow, and it is simply because we live within a culture, and that culture slows any change. For example, the teacher was shamed when she wanted to become a model. And that way, anything that is felt to be shameful within a culture is shamed out of the culture. So people feel shamed and they cannot even ask for that expanded understanding. They cannot ask, why am I feeling this way? What am I missing? What are the background reasons that I'm not aware of that this is that are causing self to feel this way? Yet if we are fair and self-aware, we see that throughout the whole history, people have been exploring more. We have natural urgency to learn more and study more. And thereby, that transition moves forwards in phases. And it moves forwards by context, understanding more of that context through particular examples. And that's why I have written my 2 latest books for that context and examples. You can learn more there for more explanations. Then you can come back to me and tell me how I can improve. Because those books are not perfect either. I'm not perfect. And we are in that constant move forwards. People are moving forwards all the time, whether they reason it for themselves that it is just fun, or they just want to meet new people or start new hobbies or so forth. Have fun, enjoy life. Thereby, what we learn, what we do, is built upon that solid rock of self-awareness. How we can expand our understanding within ourselves is the key.